For more than 75 years, Gazelle has been a proponent of play as the most developmentally appropriate approach to learning for young children. In this brief presentation, we introduce you to the Gazelle Guide to Sparking Wonder in the Early Childhood Classroom. The Sparking Wonder process is a step-by-step learning and coaching plan for educators to support them in moving towards child-centered, inquiry-based learning in their classrooms, with the goal of ensuring that children still attain all the necessary skills and knowledge that traditional curriculum and learning standards require. The Sparking Wonder process begins by consulting the research on how children learn best. What we now know is that children learn best when learning is active, when children are processing, applying, and digesting information through application, not just reading or being lectured to. Children learn when they are engaged, when their attention is focused and there are minimal distractions, when the learning is meaningful, when it can be understood in context and applied, and this includes when it is culturally relevant, when learning is social, that children are relational, interactive beings, and when learning involves people, the learning sticks. When learning is iterative, that new knowledge is based on existing knowledge. And finally, children learn best when the learning is joyful. We understand that positive affect is linked to increased executive function skills, academic outcomes, and brain flexibility. In short, children learn best when the learning is play.
Yet despite this clear directive from the research, practice on the ground has taken a different direction. Research from the University of Virginia in 2016 found that kindergarten teachers in 2010 had much higher expectations of their students than teachers did in 1998, and that their classrooms had become more similar to the first grade classes of the 90s. We've seen a decrease in the time spent on art and music, and a decrease in play-based activities. The number of teachers who spent at least 1 hour per day on child-selected activities dropped by 14 percentage points. And the likelihood that classrooms had discovery or play areas such as a sand table, science area, or art area fell by over 20 percentage points. In the early years, we're seeing a push down of expectations, such that kindergarten has become the new first grade.
The Sparking Wonder process is a pedagogy of play. To be clear, this does not replace existing curriculum or standards, but rather play or play-based learning is the methodology through which children engage with curriculum and move towards the same standards that we've always had for children. In phase 1 of the Sparking Wonder process, we ground educators in the foundations of play-based learning. We review how play works to grow brains, how play supports learning and development, including the benefits of play on executive function skills. We unpack play as a spectrum and debunk the myth that free play is the only kind of play. And we dive into the concept that deeper learning depends on a balance of teacher-directed lessons and child-directed learning. In phase 2, we support teachers in understanding how to design play-based learning experiences based on the phase 1 research that we've reviewed. First, we help teachers understand the role of the environment, the teacher, and the child, and the interactions between these three in designing child-centered play-based learning experiences. And then second, we help teachers build play-based learning experiences that move both toward goals, like standards, as well as from inquiries that may be initiated by the teacher, or maybe inspired by the children. And finally, in phase 3, we work on observation that allows us to understand where children are and how to move them through developmentally appropriate practice towards their goals. We start by understanding the ages and stages of child development. We teach a simple process of child observation. We help teachers know how to use simple and efficient recording practices so that those observations can be best captured. And then we help them understand what child behavior is telling us about a child's developmental trajectory, and then how to use these observations to scaffold, extend, or guide learning. The 3 phases of the Sparking Wonder process are grounded in the cycle of intentional teaching and intentional assessment, where we observe the child, we scaffold experiences to allow for developmentally appropriate opportunities for children to grow, and then we observe again to see what impact these experiences have had in order to adjust goals, scaffold in a new direction, and move children forward on their trajectory of learning and development. If you're interested in engaging with Gazelle on a Sparking Wonder coaching process, information can be found on our website. All of our coaching plans begin with the foundational phase 1 and phase 2 of the Sparking Wonder process. First, phase 1, the Foundations of Play seminar, is a 2-hour learning seminar that can be offered live or virtually. And then phase 2 is the Learning to Play and Playing to Learn seminar, which encompasses 4 hours of learning, also available virtually or live. Following these essential grounding seminars, you can add a 3rd seminar on observation and developmentally appropriate scaffolding and practice. Once the foundation is set, you can choose from a variety of live coaching plans. The coaching plans we offer, we recommend be done live, and at a minimum commitment of 10 hours. In the coaching, we offer observation, modeling, and feedback in support of the implementation of the learning from phase 1, 2, and 3. In addition to the coaching, we can offer virtual mentoring as well. In these sessions, either one-on-one with a teacher or a coach with a teaching team, we offer individualized goal setting, we answer questions, and we address challenges as they arise in the implementation process. Again, these plans can run from 10 hours to however many hours your school or district might need. Note that any of our live coaching may incur additional travel fees depending on the location of your school. If you're interested in discussing our coaching plans and the Sparking Wonder process, then please send an email to gazelle@yale.edu and explore our website for more information on the Sparking Wonder process and our coaching plans. Thank you.